All right, it's Drew live here, Carolina Rebellion 2016 with Matt from Trivium. How's it going?
Fantastic, man. That was one of the best U.S. festival crowds you've ever seen.
That's the thing. You literally just got off stage. Like, it's been, what, 10 minutes maybe?
About 10, maybe 9.
Did you at least get to change shirts or anything?
Nope. Stage closed, so if I smell, that's the breaks.
So the stink does not quite go over the internet, but let me tell you, you smell immaculate, sir.
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate that because there's ladies here, and you gotta always look good. Now you said this on stage because I was over there watching that this was one of the best crowds you've ever seen. You see a lot of bands say that. Is that bullshit, or is you being honest?
We do hold contests. Like every country we go to, we'll tell each one the best. Like today, I told them Jacksonville was the best because it was, and then they dethroned them. So we always do keep updating it. So the next couple shows, we'll tell them Carolina Rebellion was the best. Are you going to top that or not? Every country we do, we do the same thing.
What country overall stands out to you?
I mean, we just came off of a Japanese, Australian, English headlining tour, not only like 4 days before this tour started. So Japan's my favorite place in the world to tour. I'm from there. It's my favorite food. But we're noticing everyone in the world is getting pretty competitively awesome. So this is the best we've seen in the States. I mean, the States has gotten really good lately.
How do these festivals like a Carolina Rebellion or Rock on the Range, how's that hold up to the foreign festivals?
The European festivals are absolutely incredible, but I gotta say, these recent festivals that have been popping up are similar to the European festivals. Before these, though, it wasn't even close. Like a lot of the touring festivals, they were great, but they weren't like the European festivals. This is a good taste of what a European festival's like. It's run really well, lots of people, great stages, great sound. This is pretty similar.
Do you like the big festival scene, or do you prefer a club scene or a stadium tour when you're doing it?
I mean, the goal for us has always been, ever since I was 12, to be a band like Iron Maiden, headlining our own stadiums and our own arenas and having people show up for that. But until that happens, both are a necessary thing. Like, it's necessary to play festivals and get in front of new people, and then once you get those new people, they come to your club shows, and then you keep growing that way.
I was talking to some other bands earlier today, and they were kind of complaining about the abbreviated sets that everybody has to play at these big festival shows. Does that bug you? Do you like playing longer sets?
I mean, we have 7 records out, and we've got like 20 to 30 singles now across those records, so we're used to playing an hour and a half, hour 45 when we headline, but we know that with a newer fan, they're only going to want to see the best of the best that you have, and a festival, that's just the way it is. Festivals is only 30 to 60 minutes at a time, so you got to hit them as hard as you can with the best stuff you got.
You mentioned you've been doing this for a long time, 7 albums. How has your sound progressed from first album to current album?
Big thing with us is every record we've ever done, we never want it to sound the same, so every single one of the 7 sound very different from the previous. So we find a lot of bands have the same record every single time, which is fine if that's the way you like to do it, but we like to keep our fans interested and guessing on what we're going to do.
Do you have a favorite album of your own? Like you love to play songs off of Ascendancy or anything like that?
I mean, right now it'd be Silence in the Snow because it's the newest one. Yeah, and it's going great, and ever since Until the World Goes Cold came out on the radio and now Dead and Gone, we've gotten a whole slew of new fans we've never had before. People that think we're a new band, they get to get in these 2 songs and then dig backwards to get everything else.
Have you, now since you're starting to break out a little bit more mainstream than you were, because I remember you back in the day going pretty much straight up metal, has your sound changed, or is it evolved, or is it just because you've gotten older?
I mean, for us, for me, when I joined the band, I was 12, and I wanted to be a great singer, but when you're 12, you can't sing very well, so I sucked at singing, so the only thing I could do was screaming. So originally we were a 3-piece death thrash band. We just played like thrashy death metal. And then as I learned to sing more, I kept adding in more and more singing. So I've always wanted to be a singer like Bruce Dickinson, Ronnie James Dio, Freddie Mercury. I know that'll never happen, but I'll work every day of my life to get that good. So for us, we've always been huge fans of melody. Ever since our first record, Ember to Inferno, the choruses were very sing-songy, very clean and catchy, and that's something we've loved. We get that from Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Black Sabbath, not from anything other than that.
Speaking of melody and all that kind of stuff you were mentioning, Prince passed away recently. Was he an influence on you in the rock side at all?
I mean, now it's something I'm digging into, now that I've been hearing more about him. You know, I've always been very in awe of his music. It's never been something that crept into Trivium, but you never know. Everything that we listen to can creep in there. Queen's been a big influence on our band, the Beatles. I mean, all of us are in a little bit of everything. As you can see, like my jacket's all black metal bands, predominantly Swedish or Norwegian black metal bands. So even that's kind of in our sound. We find that there's no too much influence you can gain from everything in the world.
Is there any bands here today that you're looking forward to? Oh my God, somebody just dropped a guitar on somebody's head. The girl caught it though. Sorry, internet, that shit gets weird behind the scenes here sometimes. Oh God, I know. Are there any bands that you're looking forward to seeing today? Are you sticking around for tomorrow?
Megadeth is one of our biggest influences ever, so it'd be great to see them again. It's awesome running Day to Remember guys. That was in the All I Want video, which was pretty cool. So the other Florida boys. So many good bands today. So there's a lot of bands. So I know I'm missing a couple right now, but.
Well, Matt from Trivium, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I appreciate it, and have fun getting herded around the media tent today. Matt from Trivium, WZBH 93.5, The Beach.